I've had this mandolin solo going through my head for a while now. And the problem is I didn't have a mandolin. So I scooted over to Amazon and I looked to see what they had. They had this wonderful little acoustic electric, cheap, under $200. So I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. But, I figured with a bit of love, we can maybe turn this into something amazing. This Vangoa mandolin came with a ton of stuff. It came with a case. It came with a tuner. It came with a cable. Came with this wonderful strap. Though I have to question, why Vangoa? Why such a thick strap for such a tiny little instrument? Honestly, it's like using a crane to pick up a grain of rice. It's overkill. So I've got a new strap on the way. I've got new picks on the way. I've got new strings on the way. These are nickel plated. I'm going for the phosphor bronze, the D'Addario phosphor bronze. I love them. Have them on my guitars. I love them. Anyhow, so been doing a little bit of work to make this a bit more playable. It was perfectly playable out of the box, to be quite honest with you. If you're looking for a budget mandolin, you can't go wrong with this one. You really can't. It's well built. Overall, it's well built. So anyhow, tightened up the screws on the tuners, tightened up the screws on the pick board, to reduce any buzzing. The main things that I've done, I've adjusted the tailpiece a bit so it wasn't resting on the strings, and added some dampeners, and mainly I've done work on the bridge. So with the bridge here, the action was really high, so the strings were quite far off the frets, and that affects your playability. So I took the bridge down, sanded it down, and the other big thing was intonation. So when they ship, I think somehow, the bridge probably gets knocked around a little bit. So it's one of the big things you're going to want to look for when you purchase something online like this. It's a minor adjustment, really, but you have to know what you're doing. Thankfully, ton of YouTube videos out there. Thank you, all you people who are doing the videos, because I've learned a ton from you. So yeah, intonation here check out your harmonics on your 12th fret. See, almost bang on. So all that needed was an adjustment of the bridge here. So loosen your strings and position it around ideally where that little notch is. If you've got an F hole like this, you want your bridge to line up with that little notch there. It should be pretty much bang on if you do that properly, but you may need to fiddle with it a little bit. Anyhow, it's a minor adjustment, but it makes all the difference in how this is going to sound. I'm going to do a sound demo now, and then do another one after the strings are changed and after I've got it completely loved up. The other thing that I'm doing is I absolutely hate this black lacquer finish. Absolutely hate it. Because these are wood instruments. And yeah, it's a laminate, but this is like real mahogany. And it's all covered up. It's all covered up in the shiny shit. It's a wooden instrument. It doesn't like that. It's got to breathe. It's got to be able to expand and move with the music, When it hears the tones, it wants to expand in happiness, Can't do that when it's all tightly bound with all this lacquer. I needed to do something about that. So, yeah, I just can't stop. I've started sanding it down. And look at this. You've got this beautiful, beautiful mahogany here. And then I'm going to refinish it. And that should actually affect the sound somewhat too. Going to give you a bit of a demo here. What this mandolin sounds like. Then we'll do another video afterwards when the strings are changed and it's all refinished. Hear if there's a difference. I look forward to hearing how this sounds once it's all refinished, new strings, new picks, all the good stuff. I just want to show you quickly how I'm managing to get this lacquer off. So I'm using a very fine file that's curved on the bottom, rounded on the bottom. And I found a sweet spot on it where if I do these small circular motions here, it takes the lacquer off like crazy, like faster than a power tool. All sanded down and ready for staining. I'm using a min-wax wood finish here. This is Jacobian. The color, if you're wondering how it is here. And yeah, I overdid it here. So which do you prefer? The polished side, lacquered side, or the natural finish? I much prefer the natural. So finally done. The new custom Vangoa mandolin. What do you think? This was an incredible amount of work to take down all that lacquer, but it was totally worth it. It sounds so much better now. It was kind of tinny and tight before, and now it's just so much warmer, woodier. Definitely made a big difference. I've changed the strings. These are the D'Addario XT Phosphor Browns. And I even picked up some new picks. These are the new Acrylux by D'Addario. And I'll play using different picks, so you'll get to hear the difference here. So the whole reason I got this mandolin was because even though I'm not a songwriter, not a musician, I decided I'm going to write a song for Ukrainians, fundraiser, because I have family there. And I don't know why. I had this little mandolin solo going through my head. So I'm curious to see if you guys can notice the difference in the sound with the different picks. So this is actually quite a flimsy one, quite light, but listen to this. Thanks for watching.